Okay, this is a tutorial on how to use the clone stamp tool to either replicate areas in a photograph or to edit and fix blemishes that could be in a photo. So if you see here in this photograph, this is a fairly old photo, but you can see down here there's a nice big cut through the bottom here. And we will be able to edit that with the clone stamp tool. So I'm going to go over to my magnifying glass, and I'm just going to magnify this area so that it can see it a little bit better. So you really get a feel for that, where that cut and those blemishes are. So what the clone stamp tool does is this tool right over here. The clone stamp tool will kind of grab pixels that are in one area and then place them on another. So you have to pay attention to how large your brush is. So I'm going to go down here and make my brush a little bit smaller. And I don't want it to be fairly hard. I'd like it to maybe have like a little softer of an edge. Okay, so that's pretty good. You're going to hold down the Alt key, the Alt key, and that gives you this crosshairs happen, and that's asking the computer where do you want to grab pixels from. So I'm going to click with my mouse and then let go, and then I'm going to start to, you can see that it changed, and now I'm starting to grab pixels, and I can kind of go over that area there. You want to continually grab and change where you're grabbing your pixels from to make it more natural of a line. So like right here, I can kind of finish the leg. By grabbing different areas. So that just made the edge of her leg there. I can grab pixels from over here and start to kind of clean up this area on the inside here and get rid of the rest of that cut. You just have to pay attention to where you're grabbing your pixels from to make sure that it's more natural. Like here, it's a little harder. You don't want to go too dark. You want to kind of pick an area that is close to what you need, so that it becomes much more natural of an edit. Okay, let's go down here for this part of the leg. Doing a little at a time will definitely help it make look a little bit more natural. You can see doing a little at a time, continually grabbing new areas. Okay, so although there's still some more here that you have to fix, that area of her leg is starting to look a little bit better. Okay, so if I zoom out a little bit, you can see that based on what we had before, the image is starting to look a little bit better. It's definitely a process that you need to kind of work on and be very slow going and build it up to make sure that you're being as careful as possible to make it look as natural as possible. But you can definitely see that on this leg here, we were able to kind of get rid of that blemish. So again, that's using the clone stamp tool. You use the Alt key to select your area that you want to pull the pixels from, and then you just can click and drag, and then it will paint that similar pixels into the new area.